I found the link. I found the loop. I pretty much found the gateway to how business pretty much is going to have to run in the future. But I definitely found the gateway of how the music industry as a whole is definitely going to run.
We are Uber for the music industry, pretty much. You're like Amazon, no different. You did. We provide everything that you need.
Yeah, you always had like an entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, even you invested in a cannabis industry out here in Los Angeles. I believe Saucy, right?
That's Saucy. We pumping right now. Saucy every day.
What was the exact moment when you said to yourself, it's like, all right, I got to switch this shit up and I got to come with something like Quarantine Studios?
When the world shut down and they told us there'd be no more shows or concerts or anything of that nature. And that kind of zapped pretty much the whole industry's way of making some real money. We kind of depend on the shows and moving around. That back end is a real bag in it. So for me, it started as me by myself buying a whole studio set that I seen my man Noel from Philly had. I'm like, yo, told my man Shula, yo, I need that whole setup again, because it just feel like deja vu. Like 2002, when I recorded my first album, I created the first home studio. Like this shit that we doing here, I created that 20 years ago, single-handedly, and I started changing the way people record and fucking up recording studios budgets, because I've showed people, the kids, how to now buy their own studio they can set up in their house. Like, in turn, coming back 20 years later, in an urgency of making money, I saw the kid on Instagram brought his whole setup, like the whole setup. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get that.
Right.
He sent me the whole link to everything. Fucking went to B&H, copped everything out, came back, set up. I like, fuck that, I'm setting up Quarantine Studios. I told my man, make a flyer, we going up. We doing it, you dig? And this is before I really found the whole link to this whole virtual shit. And motherfucker, I clicked. Bro, I clicked. And then I was like, man, I might as well create a platform that these new artists can actually tap into to get services that major artists have that they probably wouldn't know how to get anyway. Like most average new artists coming up don't know where to get an entertainment lawyer from, don't know where to get a publicist from, don't know what pub administration is. So Quarantine Studios provides all of those services in numerous amounts of ways and shit like that for these artists. What we have found here is a way to actually record in real time with artists all over the world and have people come on in numerous amounts and watch and really get music done, from having the producer to the engineer to the artist. So right now I have my producer X. X is in Atlanta. Obviously we don't need to be in the same room anymore. I'm in New York. I'm in New Jersey. Juelz is at his house in New Jersey and shit like that. Scrams is damn near in Long Island. Scrams is the producer. Scrams gonna put the beat to the fucking WAP. My X is gonna take the beat off the WAP, he gonna load it up, I get in the booth and record in real time. I hear X in my headphone like I'm in a real studio. So when I tell him bring it back, he's bringing it back just like we in a real studio. There's no difference.
Look at my situation, I'm on house arrest right now, so I can't really leave the house.
How does it feel being like an artist? You come home and you see like the way the music is recorded is totally different now. Are you with it? How are you feeling?
It's crazy. Jim been telling me about it for actually since I've been home.
Yeah.
So he kind of set everything up for me, and I just got the full feel of it last night. I actually sent him a record, and he put a verse on it. So it's amazing. It's dope.
Right now, I can have X take Juelz's screen, send his beat to Juelz's screen, upload it, and record Juelz, and Juelz could do his verse, bring it back and mix it all down right now. So this is where I'm at right now. But obviously there's Quarantine Studios, there's nothing we can't do. And I mean that wholeheartedly, you dig? It gives people a different span and shit like that. People can now spend more time with their families without compromising their marriages and shit like that. Like there's a lot to go into this. Like I had my artist, Flea was on there, and we was up till like 7 in the morning, and his baby woke up, his brand new baby. He ended up doing the verse with the baby in his hand, which could never been done if we was inside of the studio at 7 in the morning, like which artists are known to do. So there's just a lot of different things that comes with this that also was like good things, like things that could change people's regular life aside from just business and shit like that, you know what I mean? And
sure.
So we giving people a full experience. Like I'm very excited for this to go up, not because of anything else, but for the fact that I'm able to give a lot of game to a lot of people. And of course, nothing's free in life, but I'm an avid believer of making things cost effective. So when I leave out of here, people know that I gave more than I took. You heard?